Pooh is one of those characters that you're sort of just born knowing about.
How are you today?
No better, no worse.
Consider yourself bounced.
I think we've all got a weakness for funny animals.
Dear.
It's right back to the original. It's the one everybody fell in love with. And we're back.
Hey, why mess with a classic look? Real.
Well, Scooby-Doo, Silverman, who was the head of CBS at the time, said he wanted a horror show or a scary show if possible. 4 teenagers, 2 boys, 2 girls. And in the picture came this big, lovable mutt.
And the biggest story I could think of was a Big Dane, or a Great Dane, rather. And I just picked about 3 or 4 things that seemed especially important. He went the opposite way, and that developed, it was easy enough to develop a comedic drawing of the dog.
And the minute the dog got on the show, it became a hit.
The Scooby-Doo show was based on this hit TV show called The Mod Squad, where they had a bunch of kids driving around solving crimes, and they had this old automobile. When we designed the Mischief Machine, Iwao brought me the drawing. It looked like a Volkswagen bus, and he asked me to decorate it. In those days, the flower children were prevalent, so I decided to decorate it with flowers.
During the first couple of seasons, I designed all of the lead characters, of course, the 4 kids, and Scooby himself.
We all had trouble with drawing Scooby. I mean, Scooby was a realistic dog as compared to a stand-up Huckleberry Hound. You know, when you look at a Scooby, you don't realize that maybe 6 layout men worked on that, or 12 animators. It looks like one person did it all. That's because of the model sheet, which was a control for everybody.
What's fun about this movie is the style in which it's made. We went back to make sure it had that sort of watercolor feel of the original.
The look of Disney animation in the 60s and 70s were the animators' drawings. And we needed to embrace that and find a way to maintain that for Winnie the Pooh, because it's such a part of the look of those original shorts.
To that end, we are animating the characters in that style. So it's hand-drawn.
Because that's Winnie the Pooh. And the style of Winnie the Pooh kind of celebrates drawing.
Little bit more.
Ooh,
there you are.
One area that we thought we could sort of update was the humor. And we started with casting.
Is that you, Tommy?
Beehives are not on my list of facts and friendly items.
In the case of Rabbit, his voice is provided by the wonderful Tom Kenny.
What kind of guy is Rabbit? I would have to say, if you had to pick one word, fuss budget.
Things that require a personality to bounce out of the screen, Paul Winchell has it. When he gave voice to Tigger, he really did something special.
Hey, get to the cinch.
I was instructed that Tigger was a very exuberant kind of a character, and that at the same time, he was a very humorous kind of a character. So I tried to put together exuberant, which was a guy who was very excited, all the time, and just with his laugh and everything.
Honey will honey twice before honeying our honey again.
Steve had the great idea of Craig Ferguson as Owl. I mean, he's hilarious. He really has come through for us. He kind of steals the movie.
Scott Innes is the voice of Scooby-Doo and Shaggy.
And I can't wait to eat an extra double large popcorn, super-sized soda, and jumbo chocolate bar. Me too.
I play the role of Daphne. She's kind of the cute one of the gang.
I think people like the familiarity of kind of knowing that the gang is going to solve the crime.
Good thinking, Scoob. Frank Welker is the voice of the very handsome Fred.
For Velma, Daphne, and Freddie, it was like our first cartoon show. So Joe really kind of taught us.
Scooby is full-on, beautiful colors, full-on characters. I think that the stories are also, they're a little slower, they last longer. It's not so much MTV. It's kind of a nice combination of those things. The kids enjoy it because I think it's visually different. The stories are good and it's very today.
Groovy!
They showed me a picture of Velma, and I realized that she looked a lot like me, except she didn't dye her hair. But basically, I looked a lot like the picture. My glasses! glasses. I can't see without my glasses. It was not my real voice, but it wasn't that far away. Velma lisps, I lisp. Velma has kind of a slightly kooky voice. I guess my voice is slightly kooky. I think my character set a good example for girls. They didn't have to follow around. They could lead. They could have the ideas. That's what I always liked about my character.
Scooby-Doo!